Welcome back, everybody, to MWP. I'm your host, Seth,
And Tristan.
and before we get into our subject today, we want to do another little article read because we enjoyed doing that last time.
All right, so this week I have found an arson suspect arrives at police interview with singed eyebrows. So, essentially, this is an old worker of the gas station in Columbus. He got fired and he never returned his keys to the property, and he ended up returning later that night. And he was filling up his truck from the containment tanks they had filled with fuel. He was trying to fill his truck up with some gas, and he thought it was a bright idea to light a cigarette while doing so. Um, he ended up catching on fire, and when he was driving away, he realized. Well, he ended up catching the tanks on fire, and when he was driving away, he ended up realizing there was a fire in the back of his truck. So he stopped, and the fire ended up spreading. So he just took off, and later on, when the police reviewed the footage, they found the man, realized he's an ex-employee, and when they went to investigate him, he had burns all over his face, his eyebrows were singed off, and his arms were burned as well. He ended up claiming that it was from a bushfire, and then when they later on told him that they had him on surveillance footage, he confessed, and he was charged with felony arson and property damage over $1,000. So, thought that was pretty interesting.
Oh yeah, oh my god, I feel like I'm still paranoid when it comes to like whenever I'm by like a gas station filling, whereas like I don't even have like touch my phone like when it's going on, no, nothing like that.
You're that worried?
No, it's
Dude,
not like active
I
worry.
smoked, I would probably be the guy smoking there.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not worried about it.
I, I'm a little worried, and I think it's just been like drilled in because like my mom and stuff, where it's just like don't touch your phone, even though that like won't happen, like you won't fucking cause the gas station to explode or anything, but it's just like drilled into you, so you're like, no.
I don't know, man. Static electricity is a real thing. At work in our, like, at work in the area where we have very fine dust, combustible dust,
Mm-hmm.
we can't have radios or cell phones on there just in case the slight static electricity or electromagnetic charge from the cell phones could, ignite the dust and then
Well,
huge explosion.
I feel like that's a little bit more reasonable. I just hit the mic. Because if there's like dust in the air, then
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's like kind of the same as gas fumes, you know?
true, I guess. But gas stations are like very open, open air, so
Yeah.
especially here in Nevada with the goddamn wind, probably just
Yeah, none of
displaces
those fumes are
everything.
staying around. Just get blown away.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't know. I'm the dude who I've in the recent years I've started like messing with my phone while I'm waiting for it to finish and other stuff, but like especially when I was younger, I used to be like no phones.
No, no, absolutely not. I've never been that way. I don't, well, unless it's like super crowded, then I'll keep an eye out just in case I see somebody acting weird, you know?
Well, like going rob or something, you're like, oh my god.
Well, yeah, that, and it might just be entertaining to watch someone acting weird, you know?
That's true. I'm always ready to see someone forget they have the gas pump, uh, in and then just drive off.
I've seen that.
You
I've
have?
seen that
Oh
actually.
shit.
Yeah, on USA Parkway. It was one of those Tesla commute cars. It
Of
was in the
course.
morning. He was in a rush, and dude just took off. He ended up return. I think he ended up pulling back in with it, and he just like threw it on the ground and left.
Ah, he didn't even go in. What an asshole.
I think at that point, Well, I mean, you're on camera and you probably got charged with property damage. So,
In that case, I think it'd be better if you just went in. You went, oh hey, this happened.
oh, absolutely.
Instead of just like
Yeah.
dropping off the ground, hightailing out there again. Just be like, I'm on camera. Let me just go in. Be like, I'm legit sorry. Like, uh, just
How many honest people are there now? So,
that's true. And they do drive a Tesla, so that's even
no, it was
more.
one of the commute cars. It was like a minivan,
Oh.
like the
Yeah.
ones that the company provides.
Yeah. Well, still Tesla. There we go. Still
Yeah,
Tesla
one
vehicle.
associated.
So, my point still stands, but yeah, I guess you're right. Not a lot of too honest people. Yep.
Why don't we jump into the topic?
Yep. Today we went over to Ohio for this episode, and we're going to be talking about the Loveland Frogman. But before we get in that, I thought it was interesting to give a little tidbit about the, Loveland, actual Loveland, Ohio, and some other stuff real quick. So, Loveland, Ohio, it's a city in the southwestern part of Ohio. It's considered part of the Cincinnati. Oh my God, I can't speak today. Metropolitan. Yeah, thank you. Metropolitan area. I fucked that up.
Yeah, you butchered it.
It was in my head, and I just got in there. It straddles the Little Miami River. In the early days, it was known as a resort town that had many summer homes for the wealthy. This ended up giving the town the nickname Little Switzerland of the Miami Valley. I don't know why Switzerland, but And the town was named after James Loveland, a man who operated a general store and post office by the railroad tracks in the downtown. And it was incorporated as a village in 1876 and was incorporated as a city in 1961. So that was Loveland, Ohio.
That's a pretty old town, isn't it?
It is pretty old.
I wonder what the little Switzerland part was about. Maybe it's is Switzerland like nice people or fancy?
I was like, the thing I was thinking is probably like, I guess Switzerland maybe was like a big country that like wealthy people went to. So it's like, oh, we got this town, but.
Yeah, I could see that.
I could see it being also like wealthy people who don't even travel out of state, but being like, oh, I bet it's like Switzerland, even though they haven't visited.
Yeah, probably like their little piece of paradise.
Yeah.
A little details on the Little Miami River. It was a tributary of the Ohio River, joining the river east of Cincinnati, named after the Miami people, Native Americans who lived in the region during the settlements. The hydropower of the river was developed into the largest privately owned ammunition manufacturing center between New England and the Mississippi River. The river is home to at least 87 species of fish and many species of turtles, frogs, water snakes, birds, mammals, and invertebrates.
Yep.
That's like a whole little ecosystem. That's pretty impressive.
I don't know, yeah. Also, like, fucking game turned into just the largest privately owned ammunition manufacturing center. It's like, goddamn.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
Honestly, I feel like that'd be something taught about more history, like history class.
It probably is over in
Ohio.
the west. Or in the east. My bad.
No, isn't Ohio in the west?
That's east.
Is it?
That's east. We're the west.
Well, I know we're the west, but it's in like.
No. It is not. Ohio's up.
Oh, I think I'm getting confused with Utah being right by us. I forgot. I was switching those two for a moment.
Ohio's way over there.
Ah, wow. Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, okay. I thought I was getting confused with Utah. I don't know why. We talked about
Fair
Utah
enough.
not too long ago. But what can you do?
At least we don't have to do geography class anymore.
That is fair. That is fair. And I don't know. I'm better. I don't know. That's fine. But anyways, moving on into the actual full topic of today's episode, the Loveland Frogmen. Uh, he's he they I don't know. I think it's supposed to be like a species, if I'm being honest, but also known as just the Loveland Frog or the Loveland Lizard. I personally like the Loveland Frogmen more, but that's just me. He's supposedly a humanoid frog that is roughly about 4 feet tall, is described as having gray leathery skin, webbed feet, and hands, but its most recognizable feature is its frog-like head that has deep wrinkles where hair should be. He supposedly resides in Claremont County and lives in forests, being able to survive the cold winters without hibernating, which I would imagine if he's a humanoid frog.
Well, yeah, but like, does he wear clothes or anything?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Like,
I'm just thinking the size would,
I
like,
guess, but like realistically, if he's not wearing clothes and he's a frog, I mean, he's cold-blooded. Like, he's got to
mm,
hibernate, I would think.
that's true, I guess, yeah, actually. I guess well, he went, nah, don't need to. The best part, and this, when I saw this, is he jumped up to kind of be, almost one of my favorite cryptids, is supposedly able to use sticks and could be even using wands, as there are some reports of him being able to conjure up sparks uh, from the top of a stick that he was wielding. So the motherfucker's a goddamn wizard. I love that.
I wonder if it's just like the princess and the frog, He's just trying to find the one.
He's like, I'm human, I swear.
I can see it.
Maybe. And he has sightings since 1955 all the way to 2016. So he's been having a good run.
Those are fairly recent. Well, anyway, I guess that's 10 years.
Yeah, I know. I was seeing the same thing. I was like, oh, recent. And it's like, that was a decade ago.
Yeah.
Plus, his first sighting is even before Loveland was counted as a city. So, that motherfucker, he's been around.
Hmm?
He has been around.
We got the first sighting. It was approximately 3:30 a.m. A businessman named Robert Hunecott. He claimed to have witnessed three bipedal quasi-reptilian entities congregated by the side of the road. The man pulled his car to the curb and observed these creatures for what he estimated to be about 3 minutes. During this time, he noticed that these strange beings stood between 3 and 4 feet tall. They were covered with gray, leathery skin and had webbed feet and hands. Their most distinguishing characteristic, however, was their distinctively frog-like heads, which the man claimed bore deep wrinkles where their hair should have been. Just as the man was about to drive away, one of the creatures suddenly held what he witnessed could only be described as a wand above his head. The anonymous source further claimed that sparks spewed out of the end of this device. He left. So yeah, that was the first encounter. I'm assuming that's one that you claimed was before Loveland was a town.
Yeah, that is supposedly this is the very first counter that happened in 1955. It's also where you get like the description of, the cryptid.
The leathery skin.
Yeah,
Honestly, it kind of just sounds like it could have been a short, fat dude. I feel like them short dudes, well, just fat, bald dudes, they get those crazy wrinkles on their head.
that is true. That is true.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen some that just have like so much skin on their head, they look like that guy from Star Trek.
Yeah, that's fair. Some people do getting
Mm-hmm.
that. I don't know. I could see that, but then it's like the whole like, oh, he's wielding a stick, and turns out it's a wand. I don't know.
Yeah.
That honestly, it probably feel like he probably did see like something a little bit weird, and then when he's telling them, like he's telling people, to like kind of make it a little bit more fantastical. He's like, also they got wands. They're goddamn wizards.
Maybe.
But I would say a pretty good sighting. You know, like a at least pretty good story to tell. Where you're like, oh, I saw a frog dude on the road.
I'd say so.
But that's not where our sightings ended, because our second sighting, at about 1 a.m. on March 3rd, 1972, nearly 17 years after the first report, a police officer, who understandably chose to remain anonymous, was traveling along Riverside Road heading towards Loveland when he saw something that would forever change his life. The officer claimed that he was driving slowly due to the substantial amount of ice on the road when he saw what looked like a dog by the curb. Suddenly, the animal darted in front of the cruiser, forcing the officers to slam on the brakes in order to avoid a potential collision with the creature. Once the police cruiser came to a halt, its headlights fell upon the prone animal. At this point, the officer described something that seems literally too bizarre to be true. In the span of seconds, this crouched, frog-like creature stood on its two legs, stared back at the policeman, then scrambled over the guardrail and scurried down the embankment, finally disappearing into the Ohio River. The officer in question described the creature as being 3 to 4 feet tall and weighing in the area of about 50 to 75 pounds. He also claimed that its skin had a leathery texture and that the animal's features resembled those of a frog or a lizard. Another officer investigated the scene later that evening. He saw no signs of the creature, but reported that there were distinct scratch marks on the guardrail where the animal purportedly crossed.
Now,
17 years.
was there a police, uh, like a official police report on this incident?
Um, I don't think so. I think it was just like probably reported like, oh, I saw that, and then like another officer was like, oh, I'll check it out. But I don't think there was anything like fully official. Also, 17 years, goddamn.
Oh, and that one was in 1972.
Yes, which I don't know. It feels a little weird that it's like I feel like if someone made a report of like a frog man, I would have expected there to people be like, oh, I saw him, like a lot more, like closer to the first sighting. Not 17 years.
Yeah, that's quite a bit of space.
No, yeah. I think on to our sighting number 3.
So we got Officer Matthews. While driving into Loveland, he spotted what he believed to be an injured animal laying on the pavement. Matthews climbed out of his cruiser with the intention of removing the carcass from the already icy, slick road, when the creature abruptly lurched upwards into a crouched position. Taken back by the frogman's reptilian appearance, Matthews unholstered his revolver and took a shot at the creature, which then proceeded to hobble over to the side of the road and step over the guardrail, all while keeping a watchful eye on the trigger-happy officer. Matthews, Frogman, matched the first officer's description down to the last detail, with the exception of a tail, which was absent in the earlier reports. In the years which have followed these events, Officer Matthews has re-engaged somewhat on his tail. Now he claims that the animal in question was nothing more than a large reptile which had escaped from its owner. He further insists that the only reason he shot at the creature was to help confirm a fellow officer's story, a story which was, of course, being met with predictable skepticism by their superiors. Whether or not Matthews' change of heart was inspired by ridicule or the fading memory of an event from which was nearly 30 years ago, The fact remains that his own testimony counter indicates his later retraction. In 2001 email review, Officer Mark Matthews, now retired, explained that the incident was habitually blown out of proportion. He stated that it was no monster. It was not leathery or had wet matted fur. It was not 3 to 5 feet tall. It did not stand erect. The animal I saw was obviously some type of lizard that someone had as a pet that either got too large for its enclosure, escaped by accident, or simply got tired of it. This was less than 3 feet in length, ran across the road, and was probably blinded by my headlights. It presented no aggressive action. Matthews attempted to shoot at the creature in order to back up the account of his partner sighting a few nights prior, but the lizard escaped, most likely to die from its injuries or from the bitter freezing cold. So maybe Matthews saw a tail on this creature, as it could have been a younger one. Maybe it starts off as a tadpole and it hasn't yet lost its tail.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna be honest, I feel like that man believes he saw Frogman, but he got, like, ducked on by too many people. So
His coworkers were clowning him.
And so he went, no, guys, actually, I was just trying to help the other dude out. It totally wasn't Frogman. Like, just the whole story of him being like, yes, I saw Frogman, and I shot the motherfucker. To them being like, no, I think it was just a lizard, and I still shot it. Which is like, why the fuck did you shoot it? What the fuck? If you immediately went, oh, that's just a lizard someone, like, lost, why the fuck would you shoot it? You know?
Yeah, his stories don't add up.
No, yeah. And that's where I read that, and I was like, that man saw Frogman. That makes me believe.
Saw something.
Yeah, that honestly makes me believe a little bit into Frogman, because this man definitely saw, and he just got clowned on a little too hard and went, never mind.
I mean, absolutely. If I heard a grown man being like, "Yep, I saw a giant frog," I would call bullshit.
Really? You wouldn't be like, oh, that's kind of cool.
Oh well, no. I mean, I would like hear him out on a story, but
Okay, I was
wouldn't
like,
believe him.
oh no, yeah. But I was like, you gotta at least hear the dude out, like, you know, hear a story out a little bit.
Yeah.
That actually reminds me of God, I don't even know when this was. But this might have been fifth grade. When actually I don't even know I should say his name. We'll call him D. So D, you know, I think it was in fifth grade when he was I don't know. I think he said he went camping. He was like, guys, I saw the Yeti. You don't remember that?
I don't think so. I do remember a lot of other kids making up some pretty wild stories, but I could see them doing that, yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, what do you remember with the stories? Because I remember that. Because I remember people immediately called bullshit. Because they're like, okay, you be camping up in California. That's not where the Yeti supposedly resides. So immediately people being like, bullshit.
No, what I remember, there's this one kid. He'd always say that it was always around like Easter time, and like I didn't even know what Jack Frost was until like that movie came out a few years ago. But he always claimed like Jack Frost came into his bedroom at night and like froze the whole room, and like I swear to God, it's the whole storyline of that movie. It was before that movie came out, so it doesn't add up. But like, it's fucking bullshit, dude. Jack Frost did not come into your bedroom and turn it into an ice rink. Like,
damn, what grade was this? I don't remember any of that.
He kept this up all the way from, I think, all the way to like high school, honestly.
No fucking what? Wait.
Yes.
I don't even fucking remember that. Goddamn.
Yeah. don't know. It's pretty odd.
No, yeah, especially keep going until goddamn high school. Goddamn. Okay, well, yeah. I mean, kids having fun, you know. Well, I hope it's having fun, not like believing in that.
I don't know if I have a kid, I'm gonna make them. Well, no, maybe I'll let them believe in that stuff.
At least for like a little bit, yeah. You know, like be like,
Yeah,
Santa definitely
well, it
exists.
depends.
You know, like a little fun. Be like, oh, dude, what does Santa give you? Now, if now, the worst thing is
People
like,
black.
huh?
Like you gave him a black eye and a case of Bush Light.
Yeah, you're like, I think Santa was happy with your list, little bucko. You say you wanted a mansion, and, well, Santa doesn't like greedy little fuckers.
Damn
Boo.
right.
I think that'd be the worst thing if you're like, yeah, Santa guys, and then your kid's like, yeah, Santa sucks at giving gifts. Like, the kid just starts going in on how bad the gift
Yeah,
is.
that would hurt.
That would hurt. I actually be like, holding back tears, be like, oh, yeah, I'm gonna go in the bathroom for a little bit.
Or they're like, hey, well, Santa sucks too, I guess, huh? I would have to side with them. We would start tag teaming Santa, you know?
Yeah. You start going like, yeah, I know, Santa gave me a gift from what your wife gave you a gift. You're like, Santa gave me a gift. It fucking sucks. What a dumb motherfucker.
God, that would be terrible, man.
Just good. Well, apparently Santa gave your mom divorce papers that she gave to me. So yeah, that happened. Just gotta go
Yeah,
fully in. Just gotta go fully in to the whole thing. Be like, yep, Santa's making us get a divorce, guys. Sorry.
wife didn't even know yet.
Yeah. She's like, what are you talking about, honey? You haven't even opened your gift yet. You're just going off. Goddamn. Can a man not theory craft here? But for our final sighting in 2016, in the middle of August, a man named Sam Jacobs supposedly spotted the Frogman while him and his girlfriend were playing Pokemon Go in Cincinnati. Pretty sure I still fucked that up, but whatever. There's doubt on this claim as it supposedly happened while they were in a city. And as we know, Frogman don't do no cities. He's on the outskirts.
I don't know, I could see him lurking in the sewers.
Nah. You know what? I bet he is. I bet he has a nice, sweet little setup from his magic.
Yeah, it's like a Ninja Turtle hideout.
Yeah. Oh my god, the Frogman's fucking Donatello. Holy shit.
Yeah, maybe he's got some sweet moves. He could be a ninja.
That could be. I mean, he is a wizard already, so, like, I would not put it past.
He's whipping that wand around like some nunchucks, you know?
No, yeah. I wonder what's the fucking whiplash of, like, fucking in 75, he's getting shot at. In 2016, people being like, it's a Pokemon. I
mean, yeah.
bet he's going through fucking whiplash. He's like, God damn.
I don't know. I'd be honored to be thought of as a Pokemon.
I want to be Digimon.
I don't know which one those are.
Digimons?
Are those the little guys on the, No, I don't think I know what you're talking about.
Well, where were you talking about? Are you talking about the, Tamagotchis?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, they're a thing off of Tamagotchi. They came from Tamagotchis, but yeah, it stands for digital monsters. I was not a Pokemon man growing up. I was a Digimon man.
I thought you were Yu-Gi-Oh!
Okay, yes, I was a Yu-Gi-Oh man, but that's completely different. Digimon and Pokemon are similar.
Oh, okay.
I was like Yu-Gi-Oh. I was a Yu-Gi-Oh man. I fucking love that shit. It's what got me into trading cards, and shit. Love the first series, and then alongside that, I was a Digimon man. I love that series.
Okay, I see these things. They're pretty cool looking.
Oh yeah, dude, they go fucking hard. Also, they make no fucking sense on when you evolve them, because you have a little lizard dude His name's Gabumon. He's wearing the fur of a Garurumon, but he evolves into a Garurumon, like, which is just like a giant wolf dude.
Yeah.
Like, it makes absolutely no sense. It's fucking awesome though. Like, fucking you have a rabbit. I'm forgetting the name of him. But he evolves into a giant rabbit, but he has fucking Gatling guns as hands.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, it's cool. Truly, the first series of Digimon, I didn't really care for the second series, mainly because of the main character. I found him insufferable. Everybody else was cooler than him, but that first series, God, loved it. Also, goddamn, you look at Digimon now, you will see so many people thirsting for them. Holy.
What do you mean? They're animals.
Okay, well, not all of them are animals. Like, you have the cat who becomes a goddamn angel woman. So like you have some difference.
Hell.
You have a box. You have this cactus that box. He becomes like a flower fairy girl, who then turns into a dominatrix. Like this is the Digimon level. Digimon goes hard.
That just sounds wrong.
Nah, dude, it's fucking awesome.
No. Yeah, no, they sound cool, but people, they're cartoons.
Oh yeah, they're cartoons. So yeah, it's like damn. People are like, come on,
They got some issues.
be real. Now I won't lie. Digimon, watching as a little kid, might have given me the thing of like liking tall women. Cause as a kid, seeing a tall woman be like, oh.
Okay.
So you know, it might helped in there. Now, not saying a tall woman that's an animal. I mean, an actual just a regular tall human woman. But it might have helped as a little kid. I can't lie.
All right, yeah, that's fine, I guess. At least you're not attracted to the animals.
Yeah, I was also going to be like, there's no way you didn't watch a piece of media growing up that maybe has influenced your taste in people.
No, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, call 'em bullshit. Call 'em bullshit. What was it for you?
I don't know. My favorite shows are Adventure Time and Steven Universe, so whatever you can say about that.
I don't know.
Well, no, and Avatar.
And what?
And Avatar.
It was definitely Avatar. I know it was definitely Avatar that influenced your taste.
You think so?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I definitely. Shit, who would be like the closest, I guess, to your taste? Shit, I don't know now. I haven't watched Avatar in a fat minute. I should rewatch that. That is a great show.
Okay, all right, let's get back.
Yeah, okay. We don't want to talk about Digimon, mama?
No.
I could go into the incest plotline.
I'm good. Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, trust me, you don't want to get into there. You know the worst thing?
No.
It happened multiple times in different series. There was a lot of incest in there. It was weird.
In the storyline itself?
Yeah, so like in series 1, the main character Tai, he has a younger sister who's also part of the group in the same series, and she's like elementary, by the way. And he's like, I think he's like end of elementary, maybe middle school. There was an incest plotline with them. I think there was an incest plotline between two brothers in the later season, and this isn't even counting the dark. Like this is counted as like the dark series of Digimon. The dark series was number 3, where you had the kids like fusing. Well, they didn't always fuse with their Digimon. I think that was on the later stages, but in the beginning, it's like the Digimon skin was like getting ripped off, and then like being rebuilt. And like their evolution, like I don't know, that is 3 went kind of wild.
Sounds kind of messed up, yeah.
Oh yeah, so but yeah, no, there was some incest plot lines in Digimon. It was a darker show. It wasn't for you, for the wimps who liked Pokemon growing up.
We got those people now are card poachers.
Oh, scalpers, fucking Jesus Christ, I hate goddamn scalpers. Ugh. especially with fucking Pokemon. Jesus Christ, it's fucking insane.
You see them at Costco. It's
Do you see them anywhere? Yeah, you got fucking Pokemon cards. Like, it's crazy. And you know what? It makes me happy. I never got into Pokemon TCG. I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh man, and I'm a Digimon man. For TCG, and I might be a Godzilla man because they got a Godzilla TCG, and I'm like, fuck yeah, that sounds fucking awesome.
what's TCG?
Trading card.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's trading card game. And stuff. We can also talk about the girl who really wants to fuck Godzilla. That's another thing I got in the in the pack I could pull. But that might be for next time. We'll get back to Frogman. I got all this shit ready to spill out.
Do you want me to go over the Frogman and culture?
Yeah, sure, why not?
All right, so we got Frogman and culture. Frogman has a card in the TCG MetaZoo, a TCG owned by the Meta2 enterprise based on cryptozoology, folklore, and the paranormal. The Loveland Frogman legend was made into a musical in May of 2020. In 2014, called Hot Damn, It's the Loveland Frogman. The musical premiered at the Art Academy of Cincinnati during the 2014 Cincinnati Fringe Festival. In 2023, a found footage horror movie directed by Anthony Cousins named Frogman was released, with a sequel named Frogman Returns coming. Or Frogman Returns.
I will say, I do plan on watching that horror movie. I love, horror movies. I'm not the biggest fan of found footage, but I've liked some. So, I'm down checking that out.
I don't know. Every time I watch a found footage one, I always think it's real for the longest time.
You're like, God damn.
I look it up and I'm like, that wasn't real?
You know what? I think the last one that got me, and it was with you, it was the Horror in the High Desert mockumentary.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah, dude, we had our Blair Witch moment where we're like, dude, fuck, this is real.
It was well directed.
Dude, it was awesome. I highly recommend that. I think that was maybe that might have been my first mockumentary horror movie. And it got me.
Did you ever watch the Blair Witch Trial one?
Are you talking about the original or the new one?
I think the original one.
No, I still want to. I do. I really want to, but no, I never got around to it.
Dude, you can find it anywhere. It's It's pretty. It's kind of. I want to say it's good. It's good for that genre.
No, yeah. Well, I was like, you kind of gotta think of it is the first of the found footage. It made the found footage, genre.
Yeah.
So you kind of I think you kind of take that with it when probably you watch it.
Yeah, you gotta be a little lighthearted on it.
No, yeah.
Give it some slack.
No, yeah. I mean, shit. At the time, you have people thinking it was real, like what we thought with the horror of the high deserts, So shit. It got people to think like that. Hell yeah. Now my favorite mockumentary, I know I've only watched a couple, was Lake Mungo. That is one I think so many people need to see more of.
I personally have not watched that one either.
Last time I checked, it was on Tubi, but it might have left. I don't know. I hope not. Highly recommend it. There are so many twists in that goddamn movie where you're like, it gets you, and you're like, God damn. And just the theories on the ending, it's so good. I highly recommend it. Frogman, the found footage one, 2023, that's on Tubi, and I do plan on watching it. So
I think I'll have to give it a watch as well.
Yep, and I think Frogman Returns is supposed to be coming out this year. I might be wrong on that. But so I don't know. Definitely plan on watching the Frogman found footage. I hope it's good. And yeah. But what do you... Goddamn, excuse me. What do you think the Frogman really is?
I'm gonna keep it lighthearted and say it is. I want to believe that it's what it is. I think that would be a pretty cool cryptid. I'm gonna I'm gonna say it's a real small sized frog person. Maybe it just evolved oddly over time and it's kept hidden.
Okay.
You know? You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe it evolved from something we just haven't really discovered
Oh, yeah.
the species yet.
I mean, shit, that would be awesome. I would love to believe, especially if it's a goddamn wizard.
That would
Because
be
then that means magic's real. And that's fucking awesome. If I had to, again, I would love for it to be real, but if I had to make a thing, even though I do think I think the dude's lying, I think he legit believed he saw a frogman. I do think his like reasonable explanation of what it was is probably right. And that it was probably like a lizard, or it could even be a frog, like a frog that someone owned. Because I know there's some frogs that get really fucking big and shit. So, you know, maybe it was that, and maybe just the time of day and all that, you know, kind of made him see it being bigger or something, you know what I mean?
Possibly.
And
Yeah, he could
just...
have been like weary and maybe
Nah,
saw the shadow a little bigger.
yeah. Now, if he is telling the truth that he truly, even at the time, did not think it was Frogman, he's just kind of an asshole. Be like, I'm gonna shoot that motherfucking thing. Like, if he truly believed and thought it was a person's pet, he's an asshole.
Yeah, absolutely. Uncalled for.
Especially because he didn't even kill it. He just injured it. And, like, yeah, it definitely died afterwards, but it's like, just a big asshole, if he truly believed. I still think he got, I think he believed it was Frogman. He just got bullied, and he went, never mind. I'm sorry. But yeah, the most reasonable is probably was just, like, someone's lizard. Maybe it was someone's even pet frog that's, like, a different species that was not around, you know? And stuff, but I would also like to believe that the Frogman is real, and that he is a wizard that can use sticks as wands.
Now, if he can use magic, what type of magic do we think he's using, though? Is he just like casting spells to make mushrooms?
I don't know. Well, because if he can use magic, we know he's uses like sparks or like electricity stuff. So what I'm imagining is he's in his little, you know, like sewer or his little cottage, and he's making like he's using it as like electricity, like he's making like his own generator, you know, like completely off the grid, but he has like light bulbs, a fridge, his car's heated, and it's just his magic, you know.
Hey, maybe that's why we haven't found him.
I mean, true. Like, why the fuck would he need to go out if he got magic? He's probably could conjure his food, his living. Like, fuck it. It'd be like, I wouldn't go out either. I'd be like, well, last time, you know, fucking one of us went out, he got shot. I'll just stay here. You know what? That's what happened in 2016. I bet 2016 was a young Frogman. And that was a Frogman that had the whole, like, you know, like a teenager, so not following the rules. Goes out. He's lucky. He didn't get shot. He just thought he just ran into people playing Pokemon Go. That's probably what happened in 2016. Yeah, he's like, fuck. They almost got me in a Pokeball. But yeah, that 2016, definitely a young teenager that went out, you know, as like I'm breaking the rules. And you know what? Thank God he did. Oh, yeah. And you know what? And he's lucky. Because in 75, he would have got shot. So, you know what? Theory time. This is why Pokemon got made. Pokemon got made by people who believe in cryptids, and they did so people would stop shooting cryptids. Because then it's like, oh, it's a Pokemon.
Yeah. Should we jump into fun facts?
Yeah, I like how you just went, nah, I'm not touching that theory. You just went, fuck that. I thought it was a
All
good
right. So we got
theory. You could go.
what
I thought it was a good theory. You could go.
is I agree. Um, we got fun facts. We got Ohio is home to many Bigfoot-like cryptids, like the Grassman, who gets his name from the dens he supposedly makes, the Minerva monster, or Orange Eyes, has its versions of Nessie in the form of Lake Erie Bessie. I like that one better, Lake Erie Bessie.
Then
Um,
Nessie?
yeah,
Dude,
well, I mean, they all kind of rhyme together.
you can't, I
I'm sure
feel,
someone just saw it and was like, yep, we're gonna call this one Bessie.
I mean, probably. I think you can't outdo the OG Loch Ness Monster, though.
I don't
Personally.
know. I think it probably said Bessie because it's better than Nessie.
You take that back right now.
Hmm. Exactly. Um, a more unique cryptid is the melonheads. They look like children with giant bald heads and are said to wander the woods of Kirtland in northeast Ohio. They are tied to stories of human experimentation, ghosts of orphan children, and even aliens.
That one sounds like, that really just sounds like they saw, like, weird children and just went, they gotta be a cryptid.
Yeah.
Some poor kid, like, bald and just have, like, a huge head and compared to their body, and someone's like, fucking monsters.
I mean, are they wrong?
You're right. They're true. Freaks. Orphan
They've
children.
ruined their head.
The metalheads are actually, like, the offsprings of, like, Bigfoot. They just look fucking weird until they grow up.
Grow some hair on them.
I mean, maybe that's why Ohio has so many, Bigfoots. It's the metalheads just grown up.
I mean, they got a lot of good cryptids, though, yeah.
That's true. You know? And I mean, we can't really say. Fucking when we did our first ever episode, we just had multiple water snakes and fucking water babies. So like, not much to really throw stones on.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, that was Loveland Frogman. And a couple facts about some other cryptids that reside in Ohio. I think talking more about him, he's definitely up there for like favorite cryptids now. I'm a big fan of the Frogman.
I think I'd have to agree with you.
And yeah. Let us know in the comments. I think we did this again for our first episode. But let us know in the comments, of your guys' favorite cryptids, like what you like. And yeah.
Yep. Thanks for listening. I'll see you guys next time.